Absolute means complete or total. Sample sentence, absolute control over experimental conditions ensures reliable results. Academic means relating to education or scholarly study. Sample sentence, academic research contributes to scientific knowledge. Adapt means to adjust or modify. Sample sentence, organisms adapt to environmental changes over time. Adequate means sufficient or satisfactory. Sample sentence, the laboratory has adequate equipment for the study. Agricultural means relating to farming or cultivation. Sample sentence, agricultural practices impact soil health and crop yield. Anxiety means a feeling of worry or nervousness. Sample sentence, students experienced anxiety before the practical examination. Apparent means clearly visible or understood. Sample sentence, the effect was apparent after repeated trials. Arrangement means the organization or placement of items. Sample sentence, the arrangement of samples followed a randomized protocol. Background means the context or conditions surrounding an event. Sample sentence, the background of the study included previous findings on gene expression. Beyond means further than or outside. Sample sentence, the analysis goes beyond the initial hypothesis. Burden means a heavy load or responsibility. Sample sentence, financial burden affects access to healthcare. Causal means relating to cause and effect. Sample sentence, the study investigated causal relationships between variables. Center means the middle point or to focus. Sample sentence, the experiment centered on enzyme activity. Classification means the process of categorizing. Sample sentence, species classification is based on morphological and genetic traits. Classify means to arrange into groups. Sample sentence, researchers classify proteins by function. Column means a vertical division or pillar. Sample sentence, data were organized in a spreadsheet column. Compete means to strive against others. Sample sentence, plants compete for sunlight and nutrients. Comprehensive means complete and thorough. Sample sentence, a comprehensive review of literature was conducted. Comprise means to consist of or include. Sample sentence, the team comprises scientists from multiple disciplines. Confirm means to verify or validate. Sample sentence, results were confirmed through repeated testing. Connect means to link or associate. Sample sentence, the study connects environmental factors with health outcomes. Consensus means general agreement. Sample sentence, the consensus among experts supports policy changes. Consent means permission or agreement. Sample sentence, informed consent was obtained from all participants. Correct means accurate or free from error. Sample sentence, the correct procedure ensures reproducible results. Creation means the act of making or producing. Sample sentence, the creation of the model required extensive computation. Currently means at the present time. Sample sentence, the project is currently in the testing phase. Desire means a strong wish or want. Sample sentence, students desire access to up-to-date scientific resources. Discipline means a branch of knowledge or practice. Sample sentence, physics is a fundamental scientific discipline. Distribute means to give out or spread. Sample sentence, materials were distributed to all research teams. Document means a written record or to record. Sample sentence, the findings were documented in the lab notebook. Dominate means to have control or influence over. Sample sentence, one species dominates the ecosystem due to competitive advantage. During means throughout a period of time. Sample sentence, measurements were taken during the entire experiment. Efficient means performing effectively with minimal waste. Sample sentence, the new system is more efficient in processing data. Eliminate means to remove or get rid of. Sample sentence, contaminants were eliminated before analysis. Emotional means relating to feelings. Sample sentence, emotional responses were measured in the study. Engage means to participate or involve. Sample sentence. Participants engage in interactive learning exercises. Equally means in the same manner or to the same extent. Sample sentence, resources were distributed equally among groups. Exceed means to go beyond a limit. Sample sentence, performance exceeded the expected outcomes. Excess means an amount beyond what is necessary. Sample sentence, excess reagents were disposed of safely. Explain means to make clear or understandable. Sample sentence, the lecturer explains complex theories with examples. Govern means to control or regulate. Sample sentence, rules govern laboratory safety procedures. Identical means exactly alike. Sample sentence, the samples were identical in composition. Introduction means the act of beginning or presenting. Sample sentence, the introduction outlines the study objectives. Involvement means participation or engagement. Sample sentence, the researcher's involvement ensured accurate data collection. Isolated means separated from others. Sample sentence, the bacteria were isolated for further testing. Latter means the second of two mentioned. Sample sentence, the latter group received the experimental treatment. Line means a row or sequence. Sample sentence, each line in the chart represents a different variable. List means to enumerate or record. Sample sentence, the scientist listed all chemical compounds used. Maximize means to make as large or effective as possible. Sample sentence, efforts were made to maximize sample yield. Medium means a means or material for communication. Sample sentence, agar is a common growth medium for bacteria. Member means an individual of a group. Sample sentence, each member of the team contributed equally. Minimize means to reduce to the smallest possible amount. Sample sentence, measures were taken to minimize errors. Minimum means the least or smallest amount. Sample sentence, the minimum temperature was recorded at 5 degrees Celsius. Nevertheless means in spite of that. Sample sentence, the results were inconclusive, nevertheless, the study provided insights. Normal means usual or standard. Sample sentence, blood pressure was within normal limits. Organize means to arrange systematically. Sample sentence, the samples were organized by type. Outline means to give a summary or plan. Sample sentence, the introduction outlines the research methodology. Partial means incomplete or limited. Sample sentence, only a partial dataset was available for analysis. Permit means to allow or authorize. Sample sentence, the laboratory permits access to trained personnel only. Personal means relating to an individual. Sample sentence, personal protective equipment is required in the lab. Practical means useful or applicable. Sample sentence, practical applications of the research include medical diagnostics. Practitioner means a professional engaged in a practice. Sample sentence, the practitioner followed standardized protocols. Priority means the state of being important or urgent. Sample sentence, safety is a priority in experimental design. Promote means to encourage or advance. Sample sentence, workshops promote skill development in young scientists. Promotion means the act of advancing or encouraging. Sample sentence, the promotion of sustainable practices is crucial in agriculture. Quantitative means relating to measurement or quantity. Sample sentence, quantitative analysis was performed using statistical software. Random means without predictable order. Sample sentence, samples were selected at random for testing. Reason means a cause or explanation. Sample sentence, the reason for the procedure was clearly stated. Reasoning means the process of thinking logically. Sample sentence, critical reasoning is essential for evaluating data. Reject means to refuse or dismiss. Sample sentence, contaminated samples were rejected. Responsible means accountable or reliable. Sample sentence, researchers are responsible for ethical conduct. Reveal means to make known. Sample sentence, the results reveal significant trends in gene expression. Root means the origin or base of something. Sample sentence, the root cause of the error was identified. Sampling means the process of selecting a subset. Sample sentence, random sampling ensures unbiased results. Satisfy means to meet requirements or needs. Sample sentence, the solution satisfies all experimental conditions. Scheme means a systematic plan. Sample sentence, the study follows a strict sampling scheme. Separate means to set apart or divide. Sample sentence, the samples were separated by centrifugation. Separation means the act of dividing. Sample sentence, chromatography enables the separation of chemical mixtures. Shape means the form or outline of something. Sample sentence, cell shape affects tissue organization. Similarity means the state of being alike. Sample sentence, the similarity between samples was quantified. Simply means plainly or merely. Sample sentence, the results simply indicate a trend. So-called means commonly known as. Sample sentence, the so-called control group received no treatment. Solve means to find a solution. Sample sentence, scientists solve complex equations using computational models. Substance means matter or material. Sample sentence, the substance was analyzed for chemical composition. Sum means the total amount. Sample sentence, the sum of measurements confirmed the hypothesis. Sustain means to maintain or support. Sample sentence, sustainable practices sustain ecosystem health. Technical means relating to skill or technique. Sample sentence, technical expertise is required for instrument operation. Tendency means a natural inclination. Sample sentence, there is a tendency for errors to occur under stress. Transform means to change in form or function. Sample sentence, genetic engineering can transform crop traits. Transmission means the act of sending or conveying. Sample sentence, viral transmission occurs through close contact. Transmit means to send or pass on. Sample sentence, data are transmitted via secure networks. Ultimately means in the end or finally. Sample sentence, the findings ultimately support the proposed model. Utility means usefulness or benefit. Sample sentence, the utility of the software increases research efficiency. Utilize means to make use of. Sample sentence, the team utilizes advanced imaging techniques. Variance means the degree of variation. Sample sentence, variance in measurements indicates experimental reliability. Version means a particular form or edition. Sample sentence, the software version was updated to improve functionality. Website means an online platform or page. Sample sentence, the research website provides access to datasets. Weight means heaviness or influence. Sample sentence, the weight of evidence supports the conclusion. Whole means complete or entire. Sample sentence, the whole process was documented thoroughly. Widely means extensively or broadly. Sample sentence, the technique is widely applied in molecular biology.